What happens when you come up on a DUI checkpoint? What are your recommendations there, Todd?
Now, Gary, DUI checkpoints obviously happen a lot, especially around the holiday seasons, and it's something the public does need to be aware of. The U.S. Supreme Court has said that checkpoints are a voluntary process that the general public does not have to be subjected to if it chooses not to be subjected to that checkpoint. The court recognized that a checkpoint could constitute an unreasonable police intrusion into our individual privacy. So the checkpoint does have to have an alternate route around it from each direction to make sure that if I just simply don't want to sit in that long line of traffic, I don't have to. One thing to be cautious of, though, of course, is that if you take the alternate route, they are typically patrolled by police who are on duty, and they're going to be looking for a reason to pull you over, suspecting that there's a chance you may have tried to avoid the checkpoint to avoid detection.
And if I am pulled over at that point, what should I do?
Well, I think it goes back to some of the things we've discussed in prior segments. It's important to remember what your rights are. Be cooperative and courteous with the officer by all means, but don't answer any questions, don't submit to any tests, and above all, make sure that you have an opportunity to call a lawyer at your earliest convenience.
Again, should I avoid the checkpoint or should I try to go around it? What's your recommendation?
Well, if you have been out at dinner and had a beer or two or a drink with dinner, certainly going through the checkpoint is going to subject you to scrutiny. Again, you don't necessarily end up drunk because you had a beer or a drink, and so it's one of those choices that you have to make. Do I want to go through this and face the potential risk, or would I rather avoid this altogether? And my personal feeling is that if you can do anything to avoid putting yourself in a position of being questioned, do that, as long as you can do it lawfully.